Hello, how you doing? I'm going to talk to you today about clones. Do they really exist? Now the answer is I don't know. Okay? I only go by what I know, the little bit that I know about this present technology. Now, being able to communicate with somebody instantaneously, like if I send an email with someone overseas, that's not new. I mean, the ancients did that. Okay, that's why you see all these ancient communication things around the world, that God probably destroyed because they had this ability to communicate with somebody thousands of miles away. So the internet is actually an old system, it's an ancient system. But as far as clones are concerned, I don't know. Because in theory, a clone is an exact duplicate of yourself. Now, that cannot happen because what I heard a preacher say was when a person is born, God threw the blueprint away. So there can never be an exact duplicate of yourself. Now, twins are not exact duplicates. I mean, if you just look at twins, there are some slight differences in them. Slight. I mean, not very much, but there are some slight differences in them. Okay, I don't really know how twins work, but anyway, you cannot duplicate a human being because how can you duplicate emotion, anger, fear? How can you duplicate that person's anger, fear, emotions when they get sad, when they get happy, if you don't know that person intimately? So, and what about the person's genetic disposition? Okay, what kind of genetic issues do they have? Cerebral palsy, MS, or whatever? Are you going to be able to duplicate that with or without the genetic disposition? Okay, that's the question. So, I think in theory, the whole theory of cloning is that it cannot happen. Okay, because a clone is an exact duplicate of you. Okay, and you just cannot do that because you got to go back. I have to go back. Who am I? I got to go back 500 years, 1,000 years into my genetic profile to see who I am, because I got the genetic information from 1,000 years ago, at least. At least, okay. So we can't do it all the way back to Adam. Okay, so it's just impossible to have a clone. It's just totally impossible because, like I said, you have to go back 1,000 years, 6,000 years, all the way back to Adam to get an exact duplicate of you. Can't do that. But what I think it really is, if they want to say it's a clone, all these conspiracy theorists, etc., it's really that person is killed and a demon is occupying that person's body. Okay, that's why the demon, acts up sometimes. They do things that's kind of out of character for a human being. They don't act like a lot of these people, celebrities in particular, they don't act like a human being. Sometimes when you ask them a question, it's not an answer. That's why these clones act up. Sometimes they act up sometimes because they don't know that person's exact personality. But you see that a lot among celebrities in the music and the media industry and so on. Now, if there's a robot, if they say that these particular people are robots and they have human features, then the robot still has to have demonic, is still occupied by a demon. The robot is still occupied by a demon because even a machine is very limited as to what it can do. You can push a microwave machine is very limited as to what it can do. However, okay, so if the person is a robot, which I don't know how far robots have come, to tell the truth, I don't know. But if the person is a robot and has the celebrity's face, then it has to still be occupied by the demon to have a higher authority thinking skills. If it doesn't have, because look, the robot has to have higher authority thinking skills. In other words, if you ask that person who you think is that person, well, what did you do July the 4th? How did you all celebrate? Now, that person would say, well, we went to Montecito, California. That's what we did. But see, a lot of times those demons will make mistakes. They will say, well, we play football in Massachusetts, or I went to Massachusetts and my kids went to Florida for the 4th of July. Those demons will make mistakes like that because it's not that real person talking. And you hear that among celebrities where the demons make mistakes talking. They don't have that higher order thinking that a human being has. So that's the only way I can think of that there can be clones. The way we think of them as clones is the person was already killed and then the demon occupied their body. Or there's some type of robot that we don't even know about, but a demon still has to occupy that body to get the animation to even, a demon still has to occupy the body of the robot to even get the animation of a human being, because we tend to gesture. We do this, do that. We gesture. We laugh, we talk, we depressed. Demons can't mimic that. Demons cannot mimic laughter. Not the way we think of as laughter. They cannot. Now they can probably mimic fear, but no, I don't think they can mimic fear because they give fear to other people. So I don't think they can mimic that. So they cannot have these higher order human emotions. If you say that person's a clone, then they don't have that higher order human emotion. If the person's like a mechanical robot, they definitely don't have it. It's still occupied by a demon. If that person has been killed and then a demon occupies it, okay, it's still not that person. They still don't have those higher order emotions. And you notice that a lot of celebrities, when they talk, when they go get a reward, they don't seem to have the higher order emotions. There's something, when you ask them the absolute simplest of questions, they just act up. They act up and make these strange, crazy gestures. And you're like, what did I just see? I mean, what did I just see? I don't even know what I just saw, okay? So my opinion is that if these clones exist, they either have killed the person, is occupied by a demon, or there's some type of robot, but it's still occupied by a demon, but it's not that person. That person's gone. Okay? He's dead or something. So I don't know who's a clone. I don't know exactly who is a clone and who isn't. All I know is, I see what I see, okay? And I know a lot of celebrities just don't act like they have higher order human emotion. But look, I don't know. And I don't want to know. Have a nice day.